All right, guys, what's going on? It's Jack, and welcome back to another video. And man, oh man, do we have some good news when it comes to Splitgate. And no, the title or the thumbnail do not deceive. This is very true, not making this shit up. And better yet, I come with receipts. So Splitgate 2 is gonna have Scump's support for at least 1 year. And I'm gonna let the man speak for himself, and then we'll be right back in a minute. Enjoy.
Is this a sponsored stream? Yeah, technically. I am partnered with Splitgate for the next year, so we're gonna be playing Splitgate over the next year.
2, 1.
Again, I've met with their CEO so many times. We've been to the event in California. We played Splitgate beta. I mean, I really believe in this game. I think it has great bones. And their team has a lot of great ideas and stuff that we've already talked about for the future of the game. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
New power weapon in the arena.
Told him, if you ever need anything, you bang my line. I'll give you the honest, the cold hard truth and facts.
All right, so having that level of exposure with the game, with probably the most popular member of the biggest gaming organization, OpTic Gaming, behind Splitgate 2, as well as some of the things that he hinted at, he obviously couldn't give any details, is a big deal. Now, I know a lot of you guys are basically saying, well, first of all, Jack, Scump is retired. Yes, I'm not saying that the man is hinting of coming out of retirement or anything like that. But regardless, he still remains as to one of the most popular figures in gaming and in gaming history. And on top of that, even back in the old days of COD, when pubs were a thing, and in Splitgate they certainly seem to be a thing now as well, well, Scump was one of the best people that you could watch in terms of pubs. One thing was for sure, the man was not cheating when he was posting those monster gameplays, and at the same time they were always fun to watch, because you would see what one of the best of the particular game that you're interested in, like what he's able to do. Now granted, even though COD is basically Scump's bread and butter, he is also known to be pretty talented at other games that he touches. And as Splitgate continues to progress, it's going to be very interesting. And of course, when you've got a guy like Scump with so many years of professional gaming experience, as well as content creation and just gaming in general, as well as his natural talent and the power of OpTic Gaming behind him, and the big following that he has, being sponsored by Splitgate and stuff like that for the next year, and having meetings and gone to events and talking numerous times with the CEO of Splitgate and co-creator, this is big news, and this is something that we wanted. As a matter of fact, we needed something like this for XDefiant. And if you remember, with XDefiant, there were like a handful of content creators or whatnot that were streaming and all that kind of stuff, and then after, like, I don't know, like a couple months or so, they all like pretty much stopped at seemingly the same time, right? So, and with Scump to say that this is going to happen for a year, that says two things to me. Number one, probably that there was a good amount of investment going on in, you know, from the devs. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know exactly how the sponsorships and stuff work. That's just my assumption. But even if that wasn't the case, Scump wanted to commit for a full year. Okay, which shows just how much faith he has in the game, how much faith he has in the devs, and how much faith he has in the CEO. And again, there's been meetings, and in terms of the direction, which he obviously knows that Splitgate is going to go into, it's something that he basically gives a nod of his head to. And if there's anybody who knows a lot about multiplayer first-person shooters in terms of today, and in terms of, you know, pubs, the way pubs are supposed to be and all that kind of stuff, and just the whole space in general, he's one of these people. And I would say that they've definitely got one of the biggest names, and one of the biggest names you could possibly have to kind of support this game. And that right there makes me a lot more excited and a lot more hopeful for the future of Splitgate 2, because, you know, I, for one, you know, I love the game. You know, I know a lot of you guys love the game as well. But again, when you've got a certain number of eyes, you know, and if you got a certain type of people that back this game up, that's something that definitely makes a difference. One of the things that my dad taught me growing up, you know, was it's not always what you know, it's who you know. So again, Scump, I think, is definitely one of the people that you would want on your side in order to basically be behind you in terms of the vision that you're trying to create with the game. And in time and in history, we've figured out in terms of what Scump's opinions are on certain things. We know that he's been fined a couple times in the past, back when he was speaking his true opinion and his true mind about Call of Duty or whatnot. And again, this happened at least twice. So, and basically, the third time when he was asked, he basically responded with, "I don't want to get fined again." So, that in and of itself is pretty much an answer in terms of, what kind of question he had. So, was asked, which I'm pretty sure we can put two and two together on that one. So, upon seeing this in a video, which was completely kind of by chance, which was very early in the morning. I was trying to get to bed and I was just laying there on my laptop, just looking up Scump's, I was just curious. I was like looking up Scump on YouTube and with Splitgate 2, and I'm like, let's see what he's doing, because I remember seeing him play the alpha or whatnot. He was one of those people that actually went to the event or whatnot for the alpha, and I just decided to look things up, and lo and behold, there was gameplay there. Obviously, people on YouTube have been posting clips of his gameplays and stream and stuff like that. And the one that I happened to watch is the clip that is from the clip that you just saw. So this has me excited, and I'm actually wondering, what in terms of he was referring to in terms of the future of Splitgate 2, as well as, both the pub side and the competitive side as well, which is obviously a big thing. And yeah, I wonder who else they're gonna get. I seriously doubt he's the only one. So obviously there were other content creators as well that kind of got early access to the alpha and stuff like that, and went to the event and stuff like that. But in terms of having this level of support, I wonder who else we're gonna get. Are we gonna get any other people from the Call of Duty community? Are we gonna get people from the Halo community? Are we gonna get people from the Titanfall community? Obviously, I believe we already got like people from the original Splitgate community, obviously backing this game up, and I wouldn't be surprised if any one of those guys, any one of those major players that are super duper dedicated to the game, I wouldn't be surprised if they were in a similar position that Scump is in as well. But again, having that kind of level of following and the firepower behind OpTic Gaming is definitely something that can potentially end up as an overall amazing thing, because the more eyes that we get this, like Scump does watch parties nowadays, right? So the more eyes we get on this game, in terms of watch parties, in terms of streams and stuff like that, the more people are going to play Splitgate 2, and this is exactly what we wanted for X Defiant, and unfortunately it didn't pan out the way we'd hoped. And it never really got to see its full fruition. But for us to be in beta form right now, and for everything that's going on with the game right now, which I will have future videos on soon. As a matter of fact, earlier today during work, I wrote down what the next 10 videos are going to be, and every single one of them is going to be exciting. And it's just amazing to literally fill out a piece of paper with what you want to talk about in your videos, which just goes to show the amount of potential and the possibility of things that are going to be happening, as well as the things that you're learning throughout the Splitgate experience, as I like to call it. Right, we're talking both in content creation as well as a personal experience standpoint from a gaming perspective. So this right here has me that much more excited for the future. And again, hopefully we'll see some more names pop up. Hopefully we'll see some more familiar members from all these different types of games. And I wouldn't be surprised if there really were, from all the different types of first-person shooters, that this game in particular has into it, so to speak, as a part of its DNA. And there's definitely a lot of potential here to be had. So with that being said, as much as I would love to give you guys hints in terms of what's coming next, I think I'll just keep repeating the pattern, just keep on giving you a video, fingers crossed, every single day for the time being. And as of right now, like I said, I've got like 10 or 11 notes, 10 or 11 subjects that are very, very important, and I can't wait to share with them with you. So, and with that being said, I want to know in the comment section, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about Scump's involvement? Do you guys think this is big? Do you guys think this is not as big as it seems? What do you guys think? And Scump himself, remember, he did say that he is going to be playing this game for like the next year or whatnot. So hopefully things will go well and they'll be able to renew for another year. So and around and around we go. So I'd like to hear your thoughts on the matter in the comment section down below. And with that being said, guys, I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to watch and or listen. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.